What up, guys? We are going to be talking about our Unit 3 project. Now, you haven't really done a project yet, and so this is a little different for you. So you need to understand you've got some time to do this, all right? So you've got a little bit of time that you need to start working on it, but it should be fun. I'm hoping you get a little bit of enjoyment out of it. So let's go ahead and just take a look at this project. So bottom line is you're going to choose one from each column. All right, so this is you got the culture, you got movies and books, and you got people. All right, now you are not required to read the book or watch the movie. All right, now if you were in class, we would be actually selecting the topics, and there would be where you couldn't have the same topic, but we're not going to do that. We are going to make sure you choose the one that's interesting to you, of interest to you, and you can choose ones that like fit a theme, aviation or sports or all kinds of stuff. But definitely look up some of the people before you really choose. All right, you might see, oh, I like Al Capone, but there might be some other people in that mix. All right, so once you have chosen your three topics, you should do additional research on how each of these topics specifically impacted or were involved in the 1920s and or 30s. Okay, so a lot of these, either they were talked about the 1920s or 30s. Like for example, there's one where we talk about Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Well, technically that was at the end of the 1930s, 1939, because it's talking about the start of World War II. And I'm okay with that, just as long as you really focus on where we are in this. Okay, so for the movies, books, you should identify the decade, use your notes. Okay, some good resources are the 1920s and 30s.com and US history, and then of course you can go on Wikipedia, but just be careful to do that. Okay, also if there's other ideas that are not on the list, like for example last year somebody said, hey, I want to do art of the 1920s and 30s, and then actually Dorothea Lange was a people that wasn't on this list, and she said I'd like to do that. That's fine. If you find somebody that you would be interested in learning more about, I'm okay with that. All right, so you can use any type of presentation or design or mode which discusses all three topics fully. However, you need to include the history of each topic, the impacts, several pictures, videos. Be creative. You can make your own video on this one. All right, you need to have sources at the end of the presentation or somewhere in there where I can see it, that I know where you've gone to. And again, it is really highly encouraged to do some fun with this. All right, so once you have completed this, you need to click on the assignment, do the whole Google Drive and upload it to there. If there's a situation where you're like, well, I'd like to do this and it's not going to work well with Google Drive, that's fine. Just communicate with me on this. Okay, so you've got 3 weeks to do this, basically 3 weeks. It's a project that is going to be at the end of the quarter, so please go ahead and keep working on it now, and choose your person. We'll be talking about it in our discussion as well, in our Zooms. All right, so here's all the ones. So you got to choose one from each list. So make sure you choose something that's interesting to you. All right, so let's look at our rubric real quick. All right, so the presentation, whatever it is, create a link correctly. Okay, so you got a culture topic, 20 points, movies, books topic, 20 points, people topic, sources listed, and then of course I am looking, look here, 25 points for creativity and grammar. So I'm looking for creativity. That is the big thing there to me, is that you are dealing with this in a way that is fun, that you're getting the information, but you're also having fun with it. All right, so hopefully that helps you just to have an introductory idea of the 20s and 30s project. Have fun with it. Yeah, let's do it.